My question is, can Swami explain the meaning of this Tao symbol?
Which Tao symbol?
I've sent you the picture, Swami.
You have to be little intelligent. When I am talking, it has to be shared. So you have to.
The symbol where there's is the Taoist symbol. There's one side is white, one side is black, and the black side has a white circle in it, and the white side has a black circle in it.
Should have said the symbol of Ying and Yang, which you didn't mention anywhere. But why you want to know? First you explain that.
Because I am wondering, is like in the universe, right? Is it every problem will have a solution? So this symbol gives me that feeling that every problem with this symbol gives me that feeling that every problem will have a solution.
Why this symbol gives you the meaning?
Because it's like it's a symbol of yin and yang. So in the black is hidden the white, and in the white is hidden the black. So I feel that whenever there is a problem, right, the solution is also hidden inside the problem. Not exactly inside, but the solution is there. You just need to discover it.
Whatever you are saying, from where this comes, this knowledge? Is it in any way based on some experience or just logical, intellectual conclusions?
It's a
Now, why you are thinking?
It's a more logical than experience, more a logical conclusion.
Then why you are not hesitant to speak? Why you are so confident, as if you have demystified the symbol?
I haven't demystified. If I demystify, I won't be asking.
You are so confident.
You are so confident, whatever you said.
There is a intellectual understanding, Swami. It's not a real.
It is the
Prostituted mind of a lecturer who is not ready to be in a state of not knowing. A lecturer knows everything, so he has to give his opinion or her opinion on everything.
Actually, I don't have any idea what this means, but the reason I started asking this question because one day I was asking myself, is it every problem will have a solution? Then suddenly in my mind this symbol appears. So that's why I asked this question.
First of all, you have to know whether is there any real problem or you are just, it's all created by your own mind.
Let's say there is some problem to be solved, Swami.
No, this
Not
is
to
all
say problem, maybe
it is all just your intellectual conclusion. You are treating something as a problem. Maybe it is not a problem because of your lack of understanding.
Okay.
You cannot live without problems. So, but you must have been wearing this good luck charm also of yin and yang.
I'm not wearing the yin and yang symbol.
You must have wear earlier, maybe.
No, I didn't wear.
You may be keeping at your home. That is both the same thing.
There's totally no symbols for me. I don't have this symbol at home.
You were carrying so many stupid things, then why you didn't carry this one? This
Because I have perhaps jade of I think have jade. I don't have these symbols on me.
you missed it. Hmm?
Yes.
Why?
Because
You are very much interested in good luck, charms. A greedy person. Hmm?
yes.
We are always seeking cheap solution. I also had once because someone gave it to me in book fair that it's a good luck charm. I just felt it is just all bogus. By having this circle, what is going to happen? But he gave me.
You mean this yin yang symbol he gave you?
He gave me because he was selling all those things. So he just gave me. But I knew I had no illusion or no delusion that it will be of any help. Just what it can do. This stupid. These symbols are discovered by those people. Who must have become very receptive by being totally silent and still. Then the mystery of the existence is revealed. You interpret it in your own language, but there is some understanding how this universe works. We are always chooser. We always choose. We choose good and we are against bad. We choose day and we are against night. We choose positive and we are against negative. We choose light and we are against darkness. But these are all complementary forces. They complement each other. They fulfill each other. The one cannot exist without the other. So, if you are against one, you will be a loser. When you have experienced darkness, only then you can appreciate light. When you have been in a negative state, then only there will be longing to be in a positive state. Or only then you can experience it. If you have not tasted anything bitter, then you cannot appreciate anything sweet taste of anything. If Ravan is not there, then you will not know the greatness and the height of Rama. For Ram to be for Ram to blossom, For Ram to express himself in his full possibility and potentiality, Ravan is needed. Otherwise, the inner possibility of Ram will never manifest. It is the Ravan who is helping his possibilities to come out. Otherwise, it will remain asleep and dormant. If you are against the mud, then how the lotus will come out? So they are helping each other. They are in friendship, they are in agreement. But we think because of our limited understanding that they are opposite forces. They are complementary forces. This is the meaning of Yin and Yang. Yin is a passive, dormant force. Ying is like night. Yin is like a womb. And Yang is active force. It is like daylight, and Yin is like night. But both are needed. If one is not there, the other will not be there. If you are not able to rest, then from where you will gather the energy to act, to be active? So, what we see as opposite, or what we see that they are against each other, it is because of the one the other can exist. The yin is called the feminine mother. It is like the mother which nourishes, which gives you the strength. It is like the atom which is passive, and when you explode it, then so much energy is released. So we think that there is no strength in that passivity. The strength is there. Strength is dormant. But this dormant strength comes only because it is gathering strength because of rest. The child cannot be born in light, in daylight. So the child needs the womb of the mother, the darkness. It needs to be in that dark, passive state. Otherwise, it cannot gather strength which will be expressed later on in life. So when it goes into that womb and remains in there for 9 months, then it has all this strength which will be later on be expressed in all the action. So if you want to do very strong action, very powerful action, then rest is equally needed. We are able to see the tree, such a big banyan tree. But we never contemplate about its root, which goes into the darkness, which goes, if the tree has to rise very high, then the root also need to go to the depth in the darkness very deep. Otherwise it cannot reach to that height. In the seed, which looks like as if it has got nothing inside, if you break the seed, you will find nothing. But when the same seed goes into the darkness of this earth, it's ready to remain in that darkness, in that passive state. One day it breaks and it sprouts, and a big tree comes out of it. So this passive state and this darkness is helping the seed to become a tree. It is helping this seed to spread bigger and bigger. The seed is just so small, but in it so much energy is contained. But it has to go into the darkness, into the womb. It has to remain passive for a long time. Only then the strength which it has gathered by being passive can help it to grow into a big tree. So this symbol represent the balance of passivity and negativity, the feminine and the masculine energy. The balance between the day and night, between darkness and light, between warmth, hot warmth, and the coolness. So the one side of the circle is white and the other side of the circle is black. So the black side represents passivity, it represents darkness, it represents womb, it represents inactivity. And the other side is white, which represents daylight, which represents activity. It represents positivity. The other is negativity and the white is positivity. And there is the curve of black and white, and they are together, which shows that it is not two, it is not inimical force. And in both the curves, and it represents that it is not separate, it is one whole. And in both the curves, in the white you will find one black seed on the white side, and the black side you will find the black seed. On the white side you will find the black seed, and on the black side you will find the white seed. So It means that the opposite is hidden in both. So they are not in conflict, they are not in fight, they are complementing each other. We have that kind of symbol in India also, like Purush and Prakriti. They are not exactly same, but we have that kind of symbol. Here Purush also mean man, but Purush means one who is living in a big city. This body, our body is considered as a city because it has so many. It is made up of millions and millions of cells. So in this city lives the consciousness, which is called Purush. And this consciousness is just passive. It is just witnessing things. And the other concept is Prakriti. Prakriti means, in English it means nature also. And the word means that it was there always. It was before any creations. So Prakriti is not created by anyone at any time. No God has created it. It is eternal. But this Prakriti is the energy of all creativity, which is creating everything. Whatever is you can see in the manifest world that is growing, being created and then remaining here and then dying, these are all part of Prakriti. And Purush is just a witness. He is not doing anything. He is just a witness to the whole Leela of Prakriti, the whole game of Prakriti. These are the two forces. Then we have another concept of Shiv and Shakti. Here Shiv is like consciousness and Shakti is like Prakriti. So the Chinese concept is of Yin and Yang. And you have to attain the balance. When you have attained the balance, you have achieved Tao. Tao is the balance of Yin and Yang. It's the middle way. It is not. If you are too passive, you are imbalanced. If you are too active, you are imbalanced. Once you have found the balance, once you have found the real way, which is in the middle, then you are living in the Tao. We have another concept in India which is equivalent to Tao, which is Rit. And the Buddhist concept is Dham. So everywhere they have found something. When they go inside, they discovered. If you want to be very active, then you need rest. If you are all the time active, then you cannot be active also very strongly. So if you are sleeping in the night, only then you can be active in the day. So the balance one has to find. And you know how the electricity is created when the positive and negative pole meets and the plus and minus meets. Only then electricity is created. So this is the whole secret. What we consider as opposite are complementing each other. If you want to be totally alive, then you have to accept death also. Death will refresh you, it will rejuvenate you, it will give you all the strength, it will revitalize you, it will. And when you are asleep in the night for 8 hours, you are in a kind of death that rejuvenates you. When you are totally passive, you are gathering energy to be active. So even when sometime you are very negative, if you have understood this secret, if you have accepted it, then out of that negativity, positive state will come out. You just need to be only a witness. Just remain passive. And positivity will come out. And they have discovered another thing, Wu Wai, that is action in inaction. In China, they have discovered it, that if you have understood the secret, then you can be active, but inside you can remain totally still. And you need to learn from water. When it has to move, then even if rocks are there on the way, the water is very flexible. It's not stubborn. So it finds the way. What you can consider as obstacle, it paves its way through it. So you have to learn how to flow like water. The water is not resisting. And that is how these techniques of martial art, they have developed that, like jujutsu and judo and karate, that if you are feminine, if you are receptive, then those who are very aggressive, those who are attacking, you can just receive strength from them, and that strength, the strength of your opponent, you can use it to throw them. If you are just receptive, if you are not being aggressive, so their aggression you can absorb. So the secret is hidden in being passive, in being receptive, in being in the middle, not treating that which looks like opposite as inimical. So darkness is not against the light. Being passive is not against being active. Being sleeping in the night is not against being active in the daytime. If you want to be very active in the daytime, you need to sleep in the night. then the balance is created. If you are all the time just running, then you will lose all your strength. You will become empty. Even emptiness is complementing the fullness. If you are living in a house, where you are living in the emptiness. If the house is all solid, where you will live? If you want to drink tea in a cup, the tea is poured only in the empty space. So both are complementing, and if there is no wall in the cup, then where the tea will remain? So what we are thinking as opposite, if you have understood this secret, then the one is helping the other to manifest. If there is no death, then life will lose all its value. And death is also like sleep. If you never sleep, then you cannot be vital. When you go to sleep, you are gathering energy, you are becoming like a seed. And in this seed, all the energy is contained. So you need to be, if you want to manifest, then you have to go in a state of unmanifestation also. If you are against darkness, then you cannot even appreciate light. So the life is made of opposite forces. They look like opposite, but they complement each other. If there is no enemy in your life, you cannot appreciate friends also. You want to ask something about it?
It's very clear, Swami. I have no question.
This world, this universe works on the principle of duality. So these are just ways to understand Yin and Yang, Purush and Prakriti. The moment duality disappears or is no longer there, so this world is a play of duality. Once the duality stops, then the world will stop. It will be finished. So these are all those who have gone deeper into it. You have to first enter inside yourself if you want to discover the secret of universe. So if the night is not there, then there will be no day. If the summer is not there, then there will be no winter. If you want good to be here, then the bad will also be there. Otherwise, if you want one to go, then the other will also go. One cannot exist without the other. They are like the two wings of the bird. If you cut one wings, the bird cannot fly. So those people who go on saying that a time will come where there will be only, the world will be, everything will be just positive, everything will be just good, everything will be just nice, there will be no negativity, no evil, no bad thing, no demon. They have not understood the law of life. It is the struggle between them, the friction between them, that is the force, the power behind this world. Otherwise, when the struggle is gone, then there will be dissolution, what Hindus call pralaya. This everything will dissolve. So for this world to exist, this duality is needed. But you can transcend the duality. If you want to transcend the duality, then you will have to go beyond both good and bad, both positive and negative. That is the third angle of the triangle. When you have reached on the top, then you have gone beyond both. But if you want to be good, then bad will be also there within you, hidden. One can be dominant, the other can be waiting for its turn to come. But as long as you are good, the bad is also hidden in you. If you want to be just positive, then negative will also appear. It is waiting for its turn. So those who say that devil is against God, they have not understood. They are partner in the game. In Hindu mythology, there is a story which is called churning of the ocean. So when the ocean was churned, for one side of the rope was the devas were holding one side of the rope. Devas are like angels or God, and the other side of the rope was being held by the demons, devil or Danav. So both are needed. And then some mountain was used. It was kept in the middle for it to churn. So, and when the churning started, in the beginning poison came out. All kind of negative thing came out. And then later on all kind of positive thing came out. The nectar came out later on, which is called Amrit here. Poison is called Vish in India, in Hindi. So if you want the Amrit, the nectar, then you have to accept the poison also. But we are idiots. We are fighting all the time with negative force. We want to kill it. You cannot kill it. see the universe, its movement, everything is cyclical here. It is not linear like what Abrahamic religion says. The child is born and it becomes youth. Then old age comes and then the child dies. And then there is rebirth. Then again it will be the child and then youth and old age and then again death. It moves, everything moves in cycle. Summer is there, then it will be, winter will also come. Night is there. Night looks so opposite to day, but it is the night that brings the day. Why you are looking like an idiot?
No, sorry, I'm understanding something, sorry, ha.
So, those who, if you want to understand the secret of universe, you will have to enter inside you. That is the only place. If you want to understand something, you cannot go away from yourself. First you have to discover it inside yourself. Because the whole universe is made of the same stuff, the same thing. What is in the microcosm is in the macrocosm. What is in you is in the whole universe. If you have tasted the ocean, so we may, I said that if you want to know yourself, you have to enter inside. And it's not needed that you have to enter into everything. Because it is made of the same stuff, the whole universe. It is like if you have tasted the ocean at one place, it's water. It is salty. But everywhere the ocean is salty. Once you have known yourself, you have understood the whole universe. The whole secret of the universe. So those who go try to discover everything in each and every thing they want to know, secret will never be revealed to them. If you want to know the secret, you have to go inside yourself. Because secret is hidden inside. You cannot enter into a flower. You cannot enter into an animal. Its being. You can enter in your being. So we because of our superficial logical mind, or because of our stupidity, we think that sleep is against activity, rest is against activity. But if you don't take rest, then you cannot be active, because you are not conserving the energy. We think death is against life, but death is not against life. Death is like now you will be refreshed. Now you will be rejuvenated. Even computer need to be refreshed. You are being recycled. Maybe you will lost all connection with the previous mind. But why it is needed? It's good that you are again Like in computer, what they do? Delete all those things which are not needed. So it's all, it is functioning on the principle of life. Even computer is functioning on that principle. Yin is the feminine principle, Yang is the masculine principle. But without the meeting of male and female, masculine energy and feminine energy, no child can be born. And in every male, the female is hidden. Someone is male because male is more, in percentage, more dominant. Maybe 51%, 55%, whatever. And female is little less. And in female also the same thing is. But male is hidden in female also. When you are very active, when you are extrovert, then you are a male. When you are introvert, you are a female. When you are poetic, you are a female. When you are mathematical, you are a male. When you are aggressive, you are a male. When you are receptive, you are a female. So it is the meeting of two opposite forces which create life. It is like the plus and minus which creates electricity. When the cold wire and the hot wire meet, then only electricity is created. The same principle is working everywhere. It is the deepest principle of life. And who will create the balance? Balance is created once you have understood the Tao. So, Lao Tzu says that Lao Tzu says that all things come from being, and the being comes from non-being. So what we think is opposite, what we think is against the other, is in reality complementary. Everything comes out of nothingness. Nothingness means no thingness. There is no thing, but all the thing comes out of this nothingness. And in us, it is the meeting of being and non-being. Osho has said that our being is more like non-being than like being. So when you go deeper inside you will feel that you are disappearing. And once you go to the very center, then you have disappeared. There you will discover that there is no ego within you. Ego is just an assumption. Because you believe you are this body, because you believe that you are all your memories, all your thoughts, all your past activities, all your achievements. You are clinging to your physical form. You are a white person, or you are a black person, you are a male or you are a female, you are beautiful or you are ugly. As society has told you, you have believed. But these are all description of the form. You are the formless energy within you. That has to be discovered. And that is what, when in India they said, Sankhya philosophy talk about Purush and Prakriti. The founder of that philosophy was Kapil. according to Sankhya philosophy, Purush is always the knower. Whatever you are able to know, you are not that. Purush is not that. Whatever you are able to experience, whatever you are able to see, whatever you are able to touch, feel, think, perceive, imagine, assume, touch, taste, you are none of them. You will realize this Purush, you will know the Purush only through the process of not this, neti, neti. You go on rejecting everything which you can experience, which you can know, which you can see, which you can touch, etc., etc. Anything that can be experienced is not Purush. And Purush is always free. Only when it believes that it is. When it identifies with things which it has come to know or see or taste, then this imaginary bondage is created, which is the Purush is always out of it. But when the Purush is, when it thinks that it is, when the consciousness, they have not talked about consciousness, but it is the same thing. When the consciousness feels that it is, the center of it is in the body, then it becomes present because of the belief. Otherwise it is not, never in bondage, it is always free. So our bondage is just a belief. Otherwise the Purush or the consciousness is always free. But because the consciousness has this tendency that it always identifies itself with its experience, with the form in which it is functioning. So the imaginary bondage is created. So once you have free, it's not that anything will happen actually, just the belief, just this stubborn belief that you are a form, you are those things which you have experienced, which you have known, will drop, and then you were always free. Even if you believe that you are a female and you are a male, you will not become a female. It is just a belief. In your dream, you can imagine that you are in Calcutta and you are buying tickets and you are in a flight and you are coming to Delhi. But in the morning when you woke up, you will see that you were always in Delhi, so you don't need any ticket, any flight, any aeroplane. You are always here. That is what happens. Once you see that you Your very nature is that it cannot be known. You are always the knower. But you can become the truth. You can become the Purush. You can become the consciousness. Once your identification with the things which you have experienced, known, tasted, touched, imagined, felt, thought is no longer there, then you will realize you were always free. It is just like this sun is hidden in the cloud, but sun has not gone anywhere. It is not dead. It was always there. Just you cannot see it because of the clouds of your desires. Clouds of your belief. Cloud that you want to know yourself. You want to achieve moksha. Even that desire will take you away from your real nature. So just you have to see things as it is. You are always the knower, never the known. Just drop the identification. The body will be there. It will be functioning even better. Whether you are identified with the body or not, it makes no difference. It will function even better. Because now the master is at its right seat, the driving seat. When the master is present, all the servant function properly. Otherwise there is chaos in the house. There is no order in the house. Is it clear? Or you have to ask something? No, you have to unmute.
Very clear.
If you want to understand, simply Purush is consciousness and Prakriti is nature. But even for Prakriti to be there, even the source of Prakriti is Purush. Once the consciousness disappears from your body, then the whole world disappears also. But consciousness is functioning in other body. In your body maybe it is not functioning, but in other body it is functioning. For them the world is there. But once if the consciousness is not there at all, nowhere in the world, then the world will also disappear. When you are hearing something, behind the ear the consciousness is there, otherwise you cannot hear anything. If you are seeing something, the consciousness is behind your eyes. Once the consciousness is gone, the whole world disappears. Why your face looks like you have eaten whole load of shit?
No, Swami.
You want to believe that you are a pig which is born only for eating shit. So whenever something higher is spoken to, then your mind is not ready to accept it.
No, I'm ready, Swami.
Then why your face look like a pig? So In Sankhya philosophy, philosophy was my subject, but I was not reading those things at that time much because I was not interested in bookish knowledge. But I was just sharing it yesterday. They say that in Sankhya philosophy, they say that we have as many Purush as there are bodies. But in reality, there is only one Purush. The separation is just illusory. Like there is only one electricity. Same electricity is functioning in television, in AC, in bulb. The same way, there is only one consciousness. But because the consciousness, when it is functioning through a body, gets identified with that body. That's why it looks like we have different consciousness. It is like the same moon is reflected in different water bodies. It is reflected in the lake, it is reflected in the ocean. It can be reflected in the bucket. But the moon is one.